Liverpool is close to sealing a €50 million deal for a striker to give their season a new boost. Fabrizio Romano shares a midday update from Anfield about the future of Ibrahima Konate. Urgent, we now know who Liverpool wants to sign to replace Ibrahima Konate. Hello, Reds fan, let's check out the latest updates from the greatest club in the world. According to the Spanish newspaper Sport, three European giants, Liverpool, Arsenal, and Barcelona, are battling for the signing of young talent Malick Fofana, one of Lyon's rising stars. At 20 years old, Fofana is establishing himself as one of League One's brightest prospects. His performances have caught the attention of top clubs, especially during the last transfer window, when his name was heavily linked with several moves. Liverpool, in particular, is facing a delicate moment in the Premier League. After winning the 2024-25 title, Arne Slot's team has struggled for consistency, suffering 5 defeats this season. The recent 3-0 loss to Manchester City increased pressure on the coach and players, raising doubts about the effectiveness of new signings and Slot's ability to get the team back to winning ways. During the European summer, the Anfield club made major investments, signing players such as Alexander Isak, Ugo Ekitike, Florian Wirtz, Milos Kerkez, and Jeremy Frimpong. However, despite this heavy spending, new reports suggest that Liverpool's transfer activity is not over yet. The board is considering bringing in another forward in January, and Fofana has emerged as a strong candidate. Despite that, Lyon's general manager, Michael Geringer, told Canal Plus that he has no intention of negotiating the young player during the upcoming transfer window. Quote, "I already said in September, selling Malick Fofana has never been under discussion for January. We'll see what happens in the next few weeks. Financially, the club's situation isn't easy, but it won't involve a transfer like Malick Fofana's. Absolutely not." Even with that statement, Fofana's future remains uncertain. The forward, who is expected to join the Belgian national team this month, recently admitted in an interview that he is aware of the interest from major European clubs. Quote, "There was interest from Chelsea and Liverpool, but in the end, nothing concrete happened. I thought about a move, but right now, I believe the most important thing is to play regularly, and that has to happen at Lyon because I still have a lot to develop." Chelsea, meanwhile, chose a different path, signing young Jamie Gittens from Borussia Dortmund. It remains to be seen whether Liverpool will make another move in January to convince Lyon to release Malick Fofana, valued at around €30 million. The forward is seen as one of Europe's most promising prospects, and Liverpool's performance against Nottingham Forest could directly influence their next steps in the market. The future of defender Ibrahima Konate at Liverpool remains uncertain. The French center-back, whose contract with the Anfield club expires next summer, has yet to decide his future. According to journalist Fabrizio Romano in his exclusive Give Me Sport newsletter, Konate has not made a decision regarding a potential renewal, although negotiations are ongoing. The player has attracted a lot of attention in recent months, especially after an inconsistent start to the 2025-26 season. Despite criticism, Konate remains a key figure for coach Arne Slot, forming the starting defensive duo alongside Virgil van Dijk. However, with his contract nearing its end, the club must soon decide whether to keep him long-term or look for alternatives in the market. The situation is even more delicate as Liverpool faces a shortage of defensive options. Young defender Giovanni Leoni, signed last summer as a promising prospect, suffered a serious knee injury and will be sidelined for most of the season. This forces Slot to rely on Konate as a starter, even though the club's board is evaluating new defensive signings for the January window. In his statement, Fabrizio Romano was clear. There's still no decision. Talks are ongoing, but the player hasn't made up his mind yet. Liverpool is waiting. The club has already faced a similar situation recently, losing Trent Alexander-Arnold to Real Madrid on a free transfer after his contract expired. For that reason, the Anfield management does not want to repeat the same mistake with Konate, even if his current performances have fallen below expectations. During the last transfer window, Liverpool was very close to signing Mark Guehi, the Crystal Palace defender, seen as a potential long-term replacement for Konate. The player even underwent medical tests in Liverpool, but the deal collapsed at the last minute after Palace pulled out. With Konate's future unresolved and the defense weakened, the upcoming January window could be decisive. The board may reopen talks with Guhi, whose contract also ends next summer, or explore new options in the market. Everything will depend on Konate's final decision, whether he stays at Anfield or seeks a new challenge in his career. Konstantinos Koulierakis, 21, has emerged as one of Europe's most promising young defenders. The Greek center-back joined Wolfsburg in 2024 after leaving PAOK in his home country and quickly established himself among the Bundesliga's top players. His technical progress and on-field maturity have caught the attention of major clubs, particularly Liverpool. According to Caught Offside, coach Arne Slot views Kulierakus as the ideal long-term successor to Ibrahima Konate. The Anfield club faces a dilemma over the French defender's future, as his contract runs only until the summer of 2026, and he has shown no signs of renewing so far. Konate, 26, joined Liverpool from RB Leipzig in 2021 for £35 million and quickly became one of the pillars of the defense. Last season, he was a key figure alongside Virgil van Dijk, helping the team secure the Premier League title under Arne Slot. However, his performances have drawn interest from giants like Real Madrid and Bayern Munich, putting sporting director Richard Hughes and the coach on alert to find a suitable replacement. In recent months, Liverpool has been linked to several names, including Marc Guéhi, Alessandro Bastoni, Nico Schlottenbeck, and Ronald Araujo. However, new reports suggest that Kulierakus has become the board's top target. Arne Slot sees Kulierakus as a potential long-term replacement for Ibrahima Konate, whose future at Anfield remains uncertain, the report stated. Liverpool scouts have been monitoring the Greek defender closely for several months. His precise positioning, game reading, and ability to play progressive passes have impressed the club's analysis department. The Anfield Watch portal even reported earlier in the spring that Kulierakus is highly admired internally, with some members of the recruitment team believing he could soon rank among the top 5 defenders in European football. Currently, Kulierakus is under contract with Wolfsburg until 2029, giving the German club a strong position in potential negotiations. Even so, Liverpool appears ready to invest to secure the young defender's talent. The Reds are entering a transitional phase in defense, with the contracts of Konate, Van Dijk, and Joe Gomez all expiring by 2027. The club has already begun restructuring the backline. The signing of young Giovanni Leone was the first step, but the board is expected to intensify efforts in the next transfer window. In this context, Konstantinos Koulierakis stands out as the main candidate to lead Liverpool's new defensive era. Thank you so much for watching until the end. See you next time.